America, land of the free, a place where we Americans thrive off of the pride of making our own choices and being 100% free. We have access to free education, free speech, free movement, and free obesity. Growing up, I would say I was an average child, notorious for being the taskmaster of all of my siblings. I was ordinary from the clothes I wore to the food that I ate. I vividly remember asking my mother to stop at McDonald's every time I saw it. "Oh, but Mom, come on, the french fries are so good," is something we would all say. But if we were really lucky, she'd cave. Because after all, don't parents want their children to be happy and well fed? This is something my siblings and I would relish over as we ate our food in our happy meals. But looking back on my childhood and my own wonderful mother, I often ask myself, does mother know best when it comes to feeding their child fast food? My name is Isabel Moreno, and I'm here to advocate the dangers of childhood obesity and how it directly correlates with spikes in childhood obesity. I know, you might be asking yourself, who the heck is she, and how does she, and why does she know anything more about my delicious fast food? In truth, I'm here for the kids. Yes, an average college student like me, that sentence might seem off. You're here for the kids? Aren't you a child? Well, sure, I'm 5'0" and on the cusp of 19, but as a pre-med student with a genuine interest in the next generation's health, I've taken it upon myself to advocate for their health. More importantly, I'm simply here to inform. It is the general argument that fast food isn't bad for you, or more specifically, for children. Sure, everything in moderation, or so my doctor says. Yet, since the 1960s, more than 33% of children are now at risk for obesity, according to studies done from the National Childhood Obesity Prevention Center. This means that at the very moment, for the first time in every generation, this new generation will have a shorter life expectancy than the parents and relatives before them due to the increased health risks. So who's to blame for this epidemic? Fast food industries or the parents? The situation is a gray area. Reason being, who wants to be the blame for childhood obesity? In an effort to change for the better, fast food restaurants, under the heat of low nutritional value for their meals, have responded by offering healthier choices such as apple slices instead of french fries and low-fat milk instead of soft drinks and soda. Yet, has this change really made an impact? Or is it just covering large fast food corporations in case of a lawsuit under the premises that their options are too unhealthy? Over the course of 1 year, I was fortunate enough to live in the United States, England, and El Salvador. When I lived in El Salvador, I was fascinated by the amount of fresh food that was available. However, I will always remember my two young cousins, who are like brothers to me at this time. They were 4 and 7, begging their father, my uncle, to go to their favorite restaurant ever, Pizza Hut. They begged and begged, as I too have done when I was a child. Their father and I tried to convince them that we were going to make a better, healthier meal at home. And begrudgingly they agreed, but I will admit the rest of the night they did complain about not having pizza, and personally I thought that was annoying. The experience left me not only a bit surprised, but kind of shocked. That experience left an impression on me that not only does the United States promote fast food, but all places around the world to some extent do promote the consumption of fast food. Living in England for the past part of the years, I was able to see the contrast of the mentality of the United States, El Salvador, and England combined. I was shocked at the promotion of fast food. Of course, factors such as socioeconomic differences and ethnicities must be taken into account. Speaking in terms of genetics, some ethnicities are more prone to obesity. For example, more than 4 in every 10 children born to parents of Mexican heritage are overweight or obese, and therefore at risk of early diabetes, high blood pressure, and heart disease. Although the risk of obesity in children differs from one ethnicity to another, some facts do not matter in terms of socioeconomic standing or ethnicity. The next largest problem that is encountered with childhood obesity, other than the disease itself, is lack of information. What might be the outcome if parents were educated about what they are feeding their children or what is actually in fast food? But what is being done? Better yet, what can we do to change that? Programs have been created such as Niños Sanos, healthy school lunches, the list goes on and on. The basic necessity for change is to be informed. I propose that parents should be informed informed about the dangers of fast food consumption and what is actually being put in their children's food. Children are our future, and with that knowledge, we should do everything in our power to advocate for them. Thank you.